First of all, it's great to meet all of you in the hallways there. My name is Ben Meverak. I have the title of Vice President of Audio and Digital for Odyssey in New York. It's just more or less a, yeah, thank you. Let me tell you what I get at home. I'll never forget this story. When I first interviewed for the job of news director, which was the level before this job, and I went through the interview process and said, I think I'm going to get this. I have a really good feeling. I was a reporter here before. I called up my wife and I said, hey, you're not going to believe this. I think they're going to make me news director. To which those of you who have a spouse will fully understand, on either side, male or female, there was this pause, and she said, well, hold on a second. They're going to make you the news director? So that's a sum total. So I remain humble for all. So first of all, to all of you, thank you for coming to our home here at the radio station and to support one of the most visible and important programs that we do to help small businesses in our area. To the finalists tonight, small businesses, my advice to you, first of all, breathe. It's okay. It's all right. You will love it. Everything will be okay. I promise. I did mention out in the hallway to some of you that this can be nerve-wracking, but nobody knows your product, your service better than you do. So when you come up here and you're facing these evil, mean judges, let your passion come through. It's hard to call you evil when you're the head of Mercy University, but that aside, do what you do best. Nobody knows your business better. Let your enthusiasm, let your passion for what you do, and let the story of how you got to where you are and your dream of where you want to take this, let that be your guide. Everything else is, the questions they ask will be important, but those are the things that they're really looking for, right? That's how they're going to make that selection for the finalists, all right? Listen, a very special night for us, and not possible without our partners at Dime Community Bank. So we thank them for that very much. And, yep. And you know what? It's also a very special night here because tonight will mark our reaching of $200,000 in grants to small businesses here in the area. And one of our very first businesses here, I think it may have even been our first challenge winner, came up here, did their thing, won the challenge, and within a short period of time, signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Walmart. So it's here. You know what I mean? It's here. We see in you here at Wins what out in the world, the big box stores or whichever you're trying to achieve, we'll see in you as well. So that's really cool. We have one of our past winners here, right? Yay! Very cool. Clay and Kiln, welcome. Thanks for coming back. Little known fact that because you're paying it forward, which is part of the deal, right? You come, you're paying it forward, you'll explain, how it was for you. There's also that little clause about everybody gets $10,000 from you as sort of like a thank you. Yeah. Put that in a check form? Is that? Oh, good. Listen, it's also very nice for us to be back in the studio. COVID kept us apart. We did all of this online, and it's great, because we're still awarding the money. But there's nothing like touching and feeling each other and really networking. And again, I mentioned out in the lobby that win, lose, or draw, network with each other, right? I mean, that's really, make partnerships with each other, support each other, and that's where it is. And to celebrate our being back a little bit, kind of brings us to our freebie portion of the moment. I'm told that somewhere under someone's chair is an envelope or two, and that is for tickets to the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. Hey! So before you cheer for yourself, let me repeat. This is the Pinstripe Bowl outdoors at Yankee Stadium on December 28th. So yeah, some people will be very excited about it. Some people saying, what the hell did they just give me? Yeah, right. Hey, you want these? Yeah, hey, I just won these. You want these? Right. Was there a second envelope? Is there a second envelope? I don't even know. There's also 2 tickets to the Brooklyn Nets. So, oh, good. Great. Very good. All right, so good. All right, so I don't want to take up a lot of time because we want to get to the really fun part. Anyone who knows Rob Walsh, I'm sorry. No, I mean, anyone who knows Rob Walsh, I got to tell you just a little bit about Rob. He shared a little bit of his story, but Rob and I met by happenstance. I put together a panel for small business. We'd go out into the community, we'd do these business panels, invite the public, have conversations. And Rob was the Small Business Services Commissioner for Michael Bloomberg at the time. So I invited him because of the title, and it's a small business panel, you bring the small business guy in. And really long story short, he knocked it out of the park. I mean, people would have a complaint, they would yell at him, and he would answer in the only way a New Yorker could answer, which is basically, shut up and sit down, I'll talk to you about it later, let's move on. And I fell in love with him. And I said, that's such an authentic New York, right? The New Yorker who asks the question in a rough and tumble, complaining way, and Rob Walsh and shut up and sit down, I'll get to you in a little bit. And I fell in love with him. I said, why don't you come and do a segment for us on 1010 Wins? Fast forward, Hurricane Sandy hits. And I get a call from Rob Walsh early in the morning. And he doesn't ask me. He says, you got to do something for the small businesses. And I said, what would you like me to do? I said, everything is a mess. He said, listen to me. These small businesses, they are open, many of them that survived, but nobody knows they're open because they just assume, like I assume, there's nothing left, right? There's nothing. He said, we have got to tell people in the neighborhood that they're open. I said, 100%. Rob took Juliet Papa, one of our reporters, and they went out to every small business in every borough that was in that situation where they were open and the neighborhood was not aware. He did live reports on the radio, and for years after, we went and visited some afterwards ourselves, and you would walk into one of the restaurants and they would show you the watermark for when, and it was well above the entrance to the business, and they just left the watermark there as sort of a reminder. But I cannot tell you how many businesses reached out to us because of Rob to thank us for doing that and for saving their business. So you deserve a forever thank you for that. And come up. Don't touch my cheesecake. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Walsh. Thank you.
Wow. You can see we don't like each other. Thank you, Ben, and really appreciate the opportunity. I thought I was going to, when I first met Ben, and this person from the audience was yelling at me about a water bill. And the person was just screaming at me the whole time, and I'm looking over at Ben, and Ben's sitting at the table, and the person, what are you going to do about this, Commissioner? I said, nothing. I don't fix water bills. So that was during the days of Tammany Hall. Truly, you can see this is a wonderful place, 1010 Wins. You can see it's very much like a family. It is a family. And you can see the connection to New York City, and that is what inspires me every week when I get on the radio and put a spotlight on small businesses. And this program is special, and we're going to be giving our $200,000 gift, right? In segments of 10, as we know, but we now can officially have an alumni association with 20, I think. I mean, it's wonderful. Yeah, right? It would be great. You mentioned partnerships, and another important partnership for us, and I'm going to bring the gentleman up here in a minute to say a few words, is that partnership with Dime Community Bank. And Dime Community Bank puts their emphasis on community. And they have grown tremendously, and I've seen their work throughout this city. And put your hands together for Stephen Miley, the Chief Marketing Officer, who's going to give us a couple of words. Stephen? I could act like a contestant if you have some questions.
Thanks, Rob.
Stay away from my cheesecake.
Rob, get the cheesecake. All right. Hello, everyone. I can't tell you. You did take it. Well done. I can't tell you how honored, but I have to go beyond honored, humble. It's important for us. Just as a quick remark, the year was 1864 here in New York, here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. William Grandy saw that immigrants who were trying to start their own businesses could not open a bank account anywhere in New York. They weren't allowed. The other banks just wouldn't allow it. He sold his business and opened Dime Community Bank for that reason. That created the pillar on which we stand that says community bank. We are relentless in our support of our community here in New York. Dan Delahunty, as you know, works tirelessly with everyone to try and make every dream of every small business come true with any help we can give. This is our 9th year with the 10-10 Wins Small Business Challenge, and we have just signed to do a 10th year. With programs like 10-10 Wins, and if you guys have heard about it, Brooklyn Public Library's Power Up program. 7 years we've been involved. We don't just get involved for a year or two with these things because it means that much. We're here to support you. And even though you're all finalists today, you're all winners. And we will continue to support you well beyond what we're doing here today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for starting the next generation of small businesses that drive this city and drive these boroughs. I know William would be proud of us, but more importantly, William Grandy would be proud of you. Never give up, never stop fighting, and build your dream. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Dime Community Bank for their commitment for another year. Not only do they pitch on this program, we do a neighborhood spotlight every once in a while. We're out in neighborhoods. We focus in on an area. We bring the small business together, and Dime Community Bank is right with us. Our last 10-10 Win Small Business Challenge was in June, and our winners hailed from Staten Island. One of our judges is already. You could tell which judge is from Staten Island. By the way, we don't have any of the finalists today from Staten Island, so you guys, it's all gay. It's a level playing field. But I am so inspired by them, and Mark and I was talking about let's bring them back. Let's bring up to the mic Kristen Dagan. And yes, she's in business with her mother-in-law. I do love that. That's Jean Dagan. Come on up, Kristen. Come on up. No, right here.
Oh, all right. Hi, everyone. Congratulations on getting here. This event is so important for so many reasons, but if there's anything that I would want to say to each and every one of you, it's that never, ever stop fighting for what you're doing and tell everyone what you do. Because the only person that's going to drive you forward is you. And there's going to be everyone in the world. There's going to be people everywhere telling you, no, you can't do it, but you can. And you will. And don't say, I should, say, I could. Just keep pushing because you'll just never stop if you keep moving. So good luck. Congratulations. This is awesome.
While you're here, tell us a little bit about the business so people
Okay,
understand.
so we are a pottery painting studio in Staten Island. And yes, we are mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. And we have a great time. So we're like a retail art studio. So you come in and you pick pottery off the shelf and you paint with us, you leave it with us, then we glaze and fire it. But we feel really strongly about having a firm connection with our neighborhood. So we do a ton of outreach. So just this morning we had a fundraiser. We work with local schools. We work with developmentally disabled groups, senior centers, all kinds of things. So yeah, we have a lot of fun though. Sometimes drinking happens in our studio, but don't tell anyone.
I'm not going to say a word. There you go. Well, thank you very much,
Thank
and it's
you.
great. And I hope you have now spent the $10,000.
Yeah, so after Jean bought a new Chanel bag, there wasn't that much left. But
That's what happens.
No.
That's what happens when you go into business
Yeah,
with your
yeah, yeah.
mother-in-law.
Yeah. No, we were able, actually this past week we finally got wired up our brand new kiln. So we went from 1 to 3, and it was pretty emotional when we turned it on. It was like I did get a little weepy because it's like this represents all of the hard work, all of the dreams, all of the pushing, all of the second guessing, and all of the things that you think you can't do, and it does happen. So just, not everybody's going to win today, but don't let it stop you. Just keep going, because you're gonna. You're gonna. So
Words of inspiration. Let's hear it for our winners who are back. They don't know, but they've been named the president of the Alumni Association. So let's there you go. Oh, are we ready for this challenge now? Are we ready? Did we got this guy? Mr. Healy just walked in a few minutes ago, so we're ready, Mr. Healy, right? You're very much. You're not welcome to the. You're not related to Finnegan, are you? I'm related to everybody that's Irish. Oh, there you go. I thought so. Let me introduce the three judges for a moment. Our first is a returner, returning for another challenge, and that's Daniel Delahanty. Let's give it up for him. He's the CRA officer of community development. He's director at Dime Community Bank. He's been a great friend. He has helped so many communities all throughout the 5 boroughs and the New York metro area. Let's thank you, Daniel. Thank you very much. Joining Daniel is can I say fairly new president? Fairly new president of Mercy University, right? Dr. Susan Parrish. Congratulations on the recent university status, and tell the audience where Mercy has its main campus and other places you are.
So Mercy has 3 campuses. One's in Westchester, in Dobbs Ferry and Irvington, and the second one is in the Bronx on the Hutch, and the third campus is right in Herald Square here in Manhattan. We have about 9,000 students going strong, and very cool news for us, our freshman class this year set a record for the university. Yeah, so we're growing, yep, and I'm delighted to be here.
And you ready for this?
Of course I'm ready.
Go Mavericks.
Go Mavericks.
Go Mavericks. There you go. And our third judge is the president of the Staten Island Economic Development Corporation, and that's Mike Cusick. Okay, it's amazing. I follow him very carefully on social media. He is all over the place. I'm convinced he has a twin. And under Mike's leadership, they have done so much, including a strategic plan for the North Shore. Mike, any other great things happening in the Staten Island area? There we go.
I think it's on. Oh, yes. Well, thanks, Rob. It's great to be here. Yes, there's such great possibilities on Staten Island right now. You know, we have the waterfront with the Staten Island Ferry Hawks and the Empire Outlets, and much development going on there that we're working with folks there, but also other parts of Staten Island. It's just a great place to do business, and we're just trying to attract more business there.
And this is the organization that is driving the economic development for Staten Island. I can't wait to come out again.
We love having you there.
Well, these guys have the toughest job tonight. They got to pick one of 5 great finalists, and you'll have a tough decision to make at the end of this. Are we ready for the first finalist? Are we ready? Luis Garcia, are we ready? We are. Luis Garcia says we're ready, we're ready. Hailing from the Bronx, the company is called Cooking Cosmetics, and we're about to find out more from Gina Surfless of her work that she is doing to get New Yorkers to use natural ingredients and foods to lead a healthier life. Let's welcome Gina. Gina. You got 90 seconds to make your best pitch. Go for it. Whatever you want to do.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Raise your hands if you use deodorant. Soap. Fantastic. We all have something in common. We all use personal care products to care for our body and our skin. But what if you knew how to make your own personal care products by using food and natural ingredients? I'm Gina Surfless. I'm founder and CEO of Cooking Cosmetics. Cooking Cosmetics educates youth ages 8 to 18 how to use food and natural ingredients to make their own personal care products. Through hands-on classes, we use steam, curriculum, so that's science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And students learn about the food and properties about food and other ingredients. They also learn the benefits of those foods and ingredients on their skin. During classes, they are also learn to read ingredient lists on personal care products, and they are able to become more educated consumers because of that. After every session, a student has a recipe, and they follow the recipe to create their own personal care product to take home and enjoy. If awarded the $10,000 small business grant, Cooking Cosmetics will hire additional instructors where we can push into more schools, community-based organizations, after-school programs, and online classes. And a portion of the funds will also be used to launch a 4-week summer program where students will learn cooking cosmetics, culinary, entrepreneurship, yoga, and how to live life holistically. So our mission is to inspire youth to use food to be beautiful on the inside and out. May I give you samples? These are actually what students make in class. This is their product. They get a recipe, label. You all have one.
Okay, so we're going to start with Daniel.
Yes.
Thank you, Gina. That
You're
was
welcome.
terrific. You did a great job on your
You're
pitch. Your skin looks fabulous too, by the way. So I could use help. I need this. But I'm the banker up on the panel. So tell us a little bit more about your market. It sounds like I'm sort of guessing at what it is and what kind of research you've done on it.
Sure. So about my market as Cooking Cosmetics, we work
who's your
in,
customer?
yeah, my
Who's your
customer
paying
is my youth are my paying customers, but I am a vendor with the DOE. We work with community-based organizations, think of Girl Scouts. We work with after-school programs, so third-party after-school programs that are in schools and who subcontract us out. So I work with all the schools in all of the 5 boroughs. We also work with CUNY, so we work with their Student Life Activity Center to also give classes to them.
And you organize as a nonprofit or as a?
No, I'm a for-profit. I'm incorporated C Corp in New York State.
Thank you.
Next question.
Thank you for this.
You're
I don't
welcome.
know if I'll get through the front door without my wife taking it, but I just want to ask, you talk about students and where they come from, and is it citywide? Are you in all 5 boroughs? Are you?
We are in all 5 boroughs, but part of the funds would be to hire more instructors so that we can be in more schools. We have a waiting list of schools because I simply do not have enough instructors, and we can only be at one school at a time, so that we're across the board.
And the majority of these classes, are they in the grade schools or in the colleges?
So they can, the schools, these are after school programs 8 to 18, so we can push into a health class, which we have done if a principal wants, but we also push into after school programming, which are usually run by third-party vendors, so they hire us as subcontractors.
I think we have time for one more question. Yes?
Well, I do have one, so
There
that's
you go.
good. Thank you very much, Gina. I'm
welcome.
excited to be using this.
Yay.
So, as the educator of the 3 of us, I see this as a chemistry exercise as well, and we know that not enough of our students are going into the sciences. So, was that a part of your plan from the beginning?
Yes, quickly, I was an engineering major, and then I wasn't. I became a business major after 2 years, but part of it is that cosmetic engineering is a science. So we do encourage our students to create their own recipes after they've learned about the ingredients, and we put on a culminating event where the students actually create their own logo, create their own product using the ingredients that they have, and then we have a market where their peers come through and shop for their product, and their students are able to speak about what they've learned, how they've learned in the program, and what their product does for them. So they learn to be young entrepreneurs as well, but the science piece is huge because so many of our students are not entering the field. And you can enter it from beauty as a cosmetic engineer.
Thank you.
Gina. You want to follow up? Quick follow? Okay, thank you, Gina. Great
Thank
job.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Great
very
job.
much.
You bet. When I called Gina, she was in a classroom.
I
She
sure
could not
was.
take a call.
I could not.
She quickly followed up. Our next finalist. Our next finalist is a Long Islander. Yes, a Long Islander, and takes great pride in her connection to the community and putting great big smiles on people's faces through their creations. Let's call up Regina Dixon.
Woo!
And Cindy Munez. What do you got for us?
Well, we made a frame for you. you guys could keep so you could take pictures.
Oh, Mark Bazinski's going to love that.
Yes, you can pass it
Okay.
around. So, am I ready?
Go for it.
Hi, guys. My name is Regina, and this is Cindy, and we're Yard Card Mothers from Long Island, New York. We're a lawn company, and we actually started in our shed in my backyard. Then we moved into a little piece of somebody's office that gave us a little spot to store all our signs. And then we moved up, and we got an office in Patchogue. But our big purchase was our 1994, yes, 94 van that gets us from one end of Long Island to the other end of Long Island, 29 years old, but she's our baby. And we put signs up for all occasions. We put signs up for birthdays, graduations, storks. Our biggest thing is our family has been amazing because everybody had to chip in and help out. Our biggest call we get is if somebody's ready to ring the bell for cancer or no more cancer or a child coming home from the hospital, that person calling will say, can you put a sign up? They're coming home. They're going to ring the bell. We never charge. We give back to our schools. We give back to schools that aren't even in our district. We do gift certificates, and we also give out signs for like October for breast cancer, the veterans. People love it. We are booked till next year with graduation signs, which shocked. And our biggest sellers are our frames, which we can design, print, and now we can cut because we have a little CNC. And our biggest seller is, the schools love it. Okay, our biggest seller is our big heads. Now, if he's not here, you could just hold him up. So we would like to give this to our Rob Walsh. This is your twin. And that's our biggest seller, believe it or not. People love their big heads. And your frame.
You know, Irish folks have big heads.
And this is our van, just to show you. 94 van, so she's not...
Good-looking guy.
Yes. Yeah, when we printed him, everybody was like, is he
You
single?
know, I don't have a vote, so you got to convince them, and Susan's going to start
Oh,
first.
that's right. So
Thank
wanna
you
hold the
so
first?
much.
Oh,
This
thank
is,
you.
This
Yes.
is great. I'm loving the big head. So how do you market this to your community?
So really just Facebook. When we put a sign up on somebody's lawn, we go in the middle of the night because we both work full time and we do this at night. Started as a hobby. We'd put the big sign up for like Joey's birthday. Then Joey wakes up in the morning and is floored. So Facebook, Instagram, and then we put our logo sign and people stop by or we'll be on a lawn and people will say, do you have a card? Do you have a card? And it's just amazing. We're only in business 2 years and we'll do a stork and then a year passed and the mother's going, can we do now the birthday? And I'm like, we're like, what do you mean the kids won? You know? And it's social media. We don't even have to, we did a fair, but really a fair like, I don't know. We tried it. We tried everything, of course. But I got to tell you, our customers, if they have 4 kids, we love them. And the schools. We give so much to the schools. The parents see it and then they call. So it's yeah, we're really blessed. Like, but
Thank you.
yeah, it's beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Michael,
Thank you.
Michael, what do you got?
What do you got, Mike?
Well, I've had these graduation signs, not in
Oh.
Long Island, but in Staten Island,
Oh, okay.
and for my daughter for kindergarten, and it's every
Yes.
grade they do.
Yes.
But is it just the two of you who do this? Do you
Yes.
have others who work?
Yes, it's just the two of us. I coaxed her into it one day. I said, we can make this bigger and better. I saw it after COVID, and I was like, what is this all about? And I looked it up. I tacked her into it, and then we could do it bigger and better. And it's been, like I said, we're booked to next year, and we're like, how?
We used to,
Yeah.
in her backyard, we used to mock every sign up in her backyard before we would go, so we knew what we were going to do when we got to your house, and we would take a picture of it. And then we did that for a year, so it was almost like doing double signs of every
Yeah.
single thing just to make sure that was perfect for your house.
Yeah.
And through that, I mean,
People just love
yeah,
it.
our
We're very
signs
unique.
are like huge. They're like 18 feet long.
Yeah, we go
They're
big.
very dimensional. They have a lot of stuff, so they're geared for the person that if you like birds, we put birds. If you like characters, we put characters, sports, whatever the person wants.
Rob
so you
Walsh's
know, yeah, Rob Walsh's head.
Walsh's
Somebody
head.
wants his head on a stick.
Exactly.
They
it's
do
been
want
wonderful,
my
yeah.
head on a stick. Daniel, one more question.
Yes.
Ladies, you're a great dynamic duo.
Oh,
great,
thank
great
you.
presentation,
Yes.
very engaging.
Yes.
So tell me, where do you make your money, and how would you use the $10,000?
Well, we make our money, of course, mostly putting signs up. It's a 2-day rental with solar lights. We put it up the night before. We take it down so it's reusable. Everything we have is reusable, which is wonderful. We started cutting, designing, and printing our own signs and frames, so we would sell that. And what's good too is somebody can't afford a big lawn sign. We offer like a small number 2 with the kid's name in like bluey for like $40, and then that parent at least feels like I could still put something on the lawn. It's not as elaborate, but we feel like, because that person sometimes will say that's too much money, and we kind of feel like we give back so, I don't think we make as much as we give back, but we truly love it. But the van, back to our 94 van, 29 years old, going on 30, and we know she's gonna go. And she passes inspection, but that's our everything. We travel everywhere, and we really need,
And I think we could get more places, because, I mean, we are 2 women, we are at night, sometimes till 4 in the morning.
yeah,
We do
yes.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
yes,
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before you go off stage, how many miles do you have on that van?
So when we got it, it was 42,000 miles. We were like, that's not right for a 94 van.
Okay.
So in year and a half we've had it, we've put it 61. It just turned 61.
All right, so
So,
you're over 100
yeah,
if
go to
my
the
math is right.
Hamptons, all the way to almost to the end of the island. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I am going to dedicate this to my friend Ben, to have it in his office on a regular basis. Ben, this is my gift to you for the holidays, as a gentle reminder. Okay.
Stand with his hat.
Forever your friend.
My head on a stick.
You can just put it in the desk and act like he's at work. That's great.
Are we ready for our third finalist now? Yeah. Well, she's ready for us. And show us a quick brick and why this invention is so important as we focus our attention more so on environmental sustainability. From New York, New York, let's bring up Jessica Brewington. Jessica, come on up.
Afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
Okay, my company is actually in New York, but I'm actually from Westchester.
Okay.
So, hi, Mercy. Hello, my name is Jessica Brewington, and I'm the founder and CEO of Quick Brick, where we are taking recycled plastic and turning it into a reusable brick. So my journey started with Quick Brick back in 2020 during the pandemic, where everything was reshaping the world. I mean, the pandemic was reshaping the world. So during that time, this idea struck. Despite the skepticism that I've gotten from people, I just took the idea, ran with it, and here I am today. We are taking, I'm sorry, I'm so nervous.
You're doing great.
We're taking our recycled plastic and turning it into an eco brick. So sorry. Sorry. And so nervous. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I need to take a deep breath.
You got it.
So while she takes a moment, if I may just step in and just say, with regard to what Quick Brick is doing, when you think about saving the earth, when you're thinking about doing things that is sustainable, when we're talking about making something that we all could be able to utilize from things that we use on a regular basis, right? So we take the recycled items, various different recycled items, and this is what you will have. This is kind of like a little prototype. We're talking about building homes. We know that homelessness is a big item that is going on where we can hear it all around the world. Quick Brick is one of the answers for that. When we're talking about undeveloped communities and areas, Quick Brick wants to be the answer to the solution that we already have the items and the material. And I'm going to now turn it back over and let Jessica step in.
Thank you, everyone.
We got a Q&A session, so you can pick it up there. And my guess is you'll knock it out of the park on the Q&As. All right, Mike, let's start it off.
Well, thank you. The great presentation. Just quickly on the brick itself. You said it's going to be used to build folks' homes.
Yes, it's
and
going to be
buildings.
used for construction material and offices. So we were trying to imagine a world where we build new houses or homes, that we can reduce the plastic pollution and turn it into something that we can actually live in, and actually make construction safer and easier and a lot faster.
And I know you're based in New York. Is the manufacturing in New York?
Actually, in New York City, we're actually trying to work with the Brooklyn Navy Yard as
Great.
this moment, and we're trying to have a partnership with also Cornell University Jumpstart program, so they can also take a look at our formula and research and develop it as well.
Fantastic.
You did fine. And your partner, Jessica, stepped right in.
Yeah,
so that's what
thank
it's all
you.
about, supporting
Thank
each
you.
other. So thank you. Very quickly, how do you make the prototype, and who is your initial customer to sell it to?
Sure. So we have to manually make our prototype because of the machinery is not there yet. So we're actually working with a machinist so we can make our product in a machine. But until now, we have to manually make it. So the cost will be a little higher. But we're trying to showcase the value of our bricks to make sure that it can get into sidewalks, houses, homes.
And
You
you're
name
one
it.
of those science types?
Actually, I wasn't until I got into this.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you very much. So I'm curious about where you got the idea to make bricks. I mean, this is amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, the idea honestly came during the pandemic. Like I said, I was I saw a scaffolding accident fall right in front of me, and it traumatized me till this day. And from then, back in 2016, I've just been sketching and drawing, thinking about different ways to be innovative in the construction community. Fast forward 2020, I just took a leap of faith, got an LLC for my business, and actually just started learning more and more in the construction industry. I went to Turner Construction School, and they were also helping me do a lot of research and development as well. And this idea pretty much just came from me and my gut, and I'm getting a lot of help. I actually have a chemical engineer on staff. We're all CUNY students, so we're proud to try to keep this business going.
Well, I'm biased. I'm married to a chemical engineer. I don't know if that's such a hot idea. No, thank you very much. Thank you.
Great job. Great job. Wonderful. Wonderful job. Keep up the great work. That's fantastic. Oh, that's for me. Look at this. I get a keychain out of this. This is I have a big head and a keychain. This is just going well. Can't wait for that cheesecake. And there's some honey in between. So there you go. You thought I was going to forget. No, I don't forget. In fact, our next presentation. Can I have the website says Be Favored is the world's finest pure honey parlor. That's what it says. And our fourth finalist is here to tell you about it, the high quality product. Let's bring up Teresa Critchlow. Can I pass your product around to the judges?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Teresa Critchlow, the proud founder of Be Favored, also known as the Honey Parlor, right in the heart of Harlem. What sets us apart is that we're not just a business, we're a community hub where every creation is crafted with care and innovation. At Be Favored, we go beyond the ordinary. We are on a mission to redefine sweetness. My journey into the world of honey and bees was sparked by a childhood memory of my mom, a professional canner who earned the nickname Canning Lady for her generosity. Fast forward in 2022, a swarm of bees were near her garage, led me to call a professional beekeeper in New York City. Little did I know that moment
inspired the birth of Be Favored. I started this company with just $1.49. Our goal is clear, and that's to infuse the goodness of honey, not just a business, but a community hub where customers become friends. My journey to this is innovation, and it's our identity. Be Favored isn't just about honey, or we're about beekeeper, we're about education, speakers. Beyond expanding our operation, we made contribution to our community, focusing on bees pollination. We focus on honey production. Our testament is to our commitment to our environment.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Who wants to kick us off on the judges? Do you want to pass around some of the products?
Yes, I will.
I promise I won't take any.
Well, I
Teresa-
have
Oh.
honey from A to Z. I have, thank you. I have elderberry honey, brandy honey, bourbon honey, chocolate honey, vanilla cake, coconut cake, sweet potato pie. I have turmeric, everything.
I got to get to the questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Teresa, you have a lovely, lovely way about you, and you really told a nice story. So thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us, are you in a storefront, and what? I see the product. How are you selling it and distributing it? Do you have a location now, or just tell us a little bit more about that part of your business?
Sure. I started at home, so it's a home business. I have my business and my mother's rooftop. So we have a honey farm in our, in Harlem. I'm the only African American who has bees, and we've been harvesting honey since I think a little over 3 years.
What would you use the money for if you were to win this contest?
Wow, that's awesome. So basically, I would use it for to invest into bees and genetic, meaning that for the health of the bees, the pollinations of the bees. In fact, I would use it as for a training program, so that we can always be updated to the latest beekeeping technology. And also, I would use it for increasing our beehive, or bee sanctuary, and even our equipment. We need bigger and better equipment to expand the capacity of what we're doing.
That's great. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
I love honey, and I'm so
Yes.
excited to get to try yours. Thank you for this. So, talk to us a little bit about how you market it. Who are you selling to? Who are your customers?
Great. My community is first, my customer in Harlem. I started locally, and then I branched out to online. And so I sell pretty much on Groupons and Etsy's, naming a few. Also, I just landed a store in UK. I'm spread abroad everywhere, so mostly it's online stores and few little spots in upstate New York.
Are you making money?
I wish. I give more than I receive.
So you're not there yet.
No, I'm not there. Oh, so far from.
But you just started
But I
in
am
2022, right?
2022.
Okay.
I made my first 10,000, and by 2023, we're increasing 15,000. So, in the future, within 2 years, we'll be making 6 figures.
There you go. I like that. There you go.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much. Great job.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you
wonderful.
so much.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
honey
All
for
right.
everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Honey for everybody. It doesn't get better than that, does it? Huh?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next finalist, and I've been waiting for this. I've been eyeing it from out of my. You can visit our next finalist in Bloomfield, New Jersey, for a hearty breakfast, a tasty lunch, and of course, a delicious Cheesecake. I can't even say it now. Anthony Lauro of Anthony's Cheesecake and Restaurant. Let's bring him up. They're not getting this one. This is mine.
Hi everyone. I guess we're the old guys on the block. About us, in the 90s I graduated college. My family wanted to push me or told me you should be an accountant. So I went to business school, I graduated. I just wasn't passionate about it and I didn't know what to do. Confronted my mom. I said, Mom, I don't want to do this. I can't see myself doing this for the next 40 some odd years. And she said, what do you want to do? I said, well, we're Italian and we cook. She said, open a restaurant. And I did. And I failed miserably the first year. But one thing I realized is I actually enjoyed what I was doing. So I took jobs in restaurants. I learned everything from the front of the house to the back of the house. And then in '96, I opened my first place, small bakery cafe in Bloomfield, right next to Bloomfield High School. And originally I was just going to sell cheesecakes, but then I thought, we're next to a school, let's service the community, the high school kids, the teachers. And 26 years later, we're still there. No, actually, we sold right after COVID because of the whole COVID situation. But in 2010, Phil and I opened Anthony's Cheesecake and Restaurant in the same town. We are a community hub. What I love about our business is that our customers are our friends and our family. We sit down with everyone. We have a glass of wine with everyone. We've been to weddings. We've been to parties. So you come in our restaurant, we sit down with you and we talk with you, and we'll talk stories, and we enjoy what we do. We love our community, and we are huge in giving back to our community. Right now, we're doing a donation to senior citizens that'll be alone for Christmas. So Phil and I are going to go and cook for them. We're going to make them desserts.
That is wonderful. What a great story.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So what would you use the money for?
One thing we want to do, a lot of our customers that know about us, and we're very big on social media, that don't live in our area, want us to ship product to them. And that would be what we do, from inventory to boxes to figuring out. I mean, I know how to do it. It's just getting there to shipping our cheesecakes cross country. And we have customers in California and that write us, do you ship, whenever I post pictures from Instagram. And that's where we would do it. The second thing I would do, we have employees that have been with us 20 plus years. They've worked so hard, especially through COVID and through Hurricane Ida. When I walked in, I saw 6 feet of water in our restaurant, and it destroyed our restaurant. I stood at the front door, and I broke down. But my staff was there for me. They cleaned out our basement. They helped us, and I want to do something for them that I haven't had the time to do to show our appreciation for them.
Thank you so much. That's lovely.
One of my passions in life, other than politics and sports, is desserts.
Cheesecakes.
And cheesecakes. Cheesecakes, is that the only thing that you have there? What else do you sell at the...
So we started out as cheesecakes. I come from an Italian family, and I just remember watching my mom and my grandmother baking, and I took an interest. I like to eat. So just watching them, I brought that. We started with cheesecakes, but now we do a whole variety. So we coconut cakes, carrot cakes, homemade cinnamon buns. But then we turned it into a restaurant. So it's a restaurant bakery. We're a 40-seater. You can sit down and enjoy dessert and coffee. And many people just come in and have a cappuccino and dessert, or they'll have a full dinner.
Thanks for sharing your powerful story. It's
Thank you.
a great example for everybody. Who does what?
So,
Between you two.
so when I owned the first business, I met Phil. He was my electrician. I hired him as an electrician.
20 years.
He left his brother when I realized we had the opportunity to open up Anthony's Cheesecake, and I said, hey, Phil, why don't you join, and we'll do a restaurant together. I had the recipe for the desserts. I moved that over to Phil, who does all the cheesecakes now. I'm in charge of cooking the Italian food and catering and all that part of the business, and handling the emails and all the orders that come in. That's my end.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wish everyone luck.
Great job.
And
Great
everyone
job.
gets cheesecake. Make sure you eat cheesecake.
Well, there's cheesecakes for everybody at the end of this, right? We'll cut it up. No? Well, I'm sorry, there's no cheesecake for anybody. Ben has the big head. He's in charge here, so we'll leave it to Ben to make the decision on who gets the cheesecake. But here's what the 3 judges have, a tough decision. Let's hear it for those 5 presentations. Remarkable. Right, remarkable. I just want to remind the finalists, as I always do, if you don't win, it wasn't my fault. I just moderate. Okay? These are the judges, and I'm going to bring them in the back room and see if I can get consensus. All right, we'll be right back. I'm going to turn this over to Mark Bazinski, who's going to dance and show pictures from the holiday party last night. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Rob. Before we get started, we'd like to show a quick video from Dime Community Bank.
Because growing a business keeps you on the go. We've got your bank. Because a steady cash flow is the lifeblood of your bottom line. We've got your bank. Because your workday simply doesn't stop at 5 o'clock. We've got your bank. Dime Community Bank gives you the digital tools you need to simplify your business banking, even deposit checks, anytime from anywhere. And we back our technology with a team that's always there, wherever business takes you. Visit Dime.com to learn more.
Steve, on behalf of 1010 Wins, we wanted to thank you and Dime Community Bank for your commitment to this program for the last 9 years, now going into 10 years. Dime Community Bank, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate the commitment. Now, there's two things that 1010 Wins and Dime Community Bank have in common, and that's small business. When you listen to 1010 Wins, not only news, but also a lot of the content is geared towards small business owners, and that's you. And if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And that's the great partnership we have with Dime Community Bank to support businesses and small businesses as that. So Steve, thank you very much on behalf of 1010 Wins for your continued support for this program. Thank you. Please stand up, please stay. On your chairs, you have a Dime journal. That's compliments of Dime Community Bank, and that's for you. Also, when all of our finalists come up today, they will be receiving a $200 gift certificate. Compliments of Dime Community Bank. I will tell you that all of your presentations were excellent. Those judges are going to have a difficult time making a decision, but while they're doing that, we wanted to honor and respect and cherish all of you folks that are here today as our finalists. We'd like to call on all of our finalists, starting with Cooking Cosmetics, to come forward, finalist in the 1010 Wins Small Business $10,000 Challenge. Congratulations. Please stay up, please stay up. In addition, Yard Card Mothers, Long Island, New York, please come forward. Congratulations. Quick Brick Incorporated. Congratulations. Be Favored, LLC. Congratulations. Anthony's Cheesecake and Restaurant, West Bloomfield, New Jersey. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud of your accomplishments. And as I always say, we reflect on all the great memories, enjoy today, and look forward to the future, because clearly the best is yet to come for your businesses. I will also tell you that immediately following, probably over the next day or two, you will be receiving an email from us with a medallion showing your status as a finalist. Please feel free to include that on your letterhead, on your website, social media, to spread the word on the great work that you've done as you display this certificate in your place of business. Congratulations. With that, I just wanted to mention that as of 4 p.m. a week from today, you will be able to watch this presentation on 1010wins.com/challenge, all lowercase, sensitive. With that, let's have a big hand for our finalists. Steve, once again, thank you very much for your support. Thank you. I'm going to go back and see how the judges are making out. We'll be right back with you.
let's first hear it for our judges. Thank you very much. Great job. All right. My friends in the back, can we get a drum roll? And the winner of the 1010 Wins Small Business Challenge is...
So before I announce the winner, I just want to congratulate all of you. You clearly have given your heart and soul and blood and tears and sweat to your businesses, and it was a privilege for the three of us to hear them, and we're so supportive of your continued success and really echo, our last year's winner and encouraging you to push your ideas forward, and congratulations to all of you. So with a very...
Wait. Can we get a drum roll one more time? And the winner of the 1010 Wins Small Business Challenge is...
Cooking Cosmetics.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity, first of all. Let me not block you. Thank you for the opportunity and listening to my business and just where it came from. But thank you to all of the rest of the finalists. You have amazing businesses, and I'm just always, it warms my soul that we take our passions and we keep going no matter how hard it is. And we all know hard times. So just thank you again, Dime, 1010 Wins. Super excited. And you do have a scrub. You have a scrub, Rob.
And that's for you for your wall.
This is for my wall, yes, in my office. Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
This is a little harder to cash than you might think. I know. It doesn't really fit into the ATM.
Now, I want to tell you about this check for a moment. My friends from Staten Island took this across the bay in the ferry and took up 5 seats along the way and made some friends on that. But I want to thank all the folks here. Ben, do you have any final words?
I'm in radio. I should have a microphone, right? Yes. Yeah, I'll keep it. Before, I would suggest really before you leave, talk to last year's winner, because I think that's the best way to see, because talk about determination and going through. If you have a few minutes, a great person, a great team to network with, and with each other, exchange your business cards, exchange your phone numbers, exchange your contacts, and go build your dreams.
And I want to thank Ben, I want to thank Ivan, I want to thank Mark, I want to thank the folks in the control room who make this possible. Thank you for the 1010 Wins family. I want to thank Dime Community Bank. Dime Community Bank, we couldn't have done it without you, Stephen. Thank you, Daniel, for all the work. Our judges, our 3 judges did a tremendous job up there. The questions were fantastic. And as Mark mentioned, you could watch today's recording at 4 o'clock next Thursday, December 14th. Everyone's going to be, glued to that. I know that. At 1010wins.com/challenge. And please spread the word to your family, your colleagues, and associates. And one more time, you give us 22 minutes. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you.